So if you recently got a letter in the mail that said your cable company was going all digital, or you see a screen like this on your TV, this video is for you. We'll talk about what it means and what to do about it. So let's start with why cable companies are doing what they're doing. A traditional cable lineup consists of analog channels, the normal ones that you can get just by plugging the cable into the back of your TV, from about 2 to channel 70, and if you have a digital cable box, you can receive a whole bunch more, literally hundreds more channels. They can do this because you can fit somewhere between 6 and 10 digital channels into a slot where an analog channel fits. So the less analog channels they have and the more digital channels they put out, the more they can fit. And this is really important since cable companies compete directly with satellite companies. They're trying to offer you more high definition and, in fact, more channels altogether. So this lets them compete. So all they do is they send a letter out in the mail that says, we're going to start getting rid of your analog channels, and you have to get a special adapter box just to be able to keep what you have. So essentially what they're doing is they're wiping out analog channels. So the first step is they just put up these warning screens on those old analog channels, and they replace everything with digital versions. So they can stack the entire bandwidth from channel 30 to 70 all into just a very few channels, and they can use all that extra stuff for other things because we need a whole bunch more channels as Americans. So they say just go down to your local cable store and pick up a DTA. They call them digital terminal adapters. It's basically just a little bitty cable box that can receive those digital channels and then put them out kind of like the old VCRs did on channel 3. So now you hook it up between your TV and the cable, and it takes in those digital channels and puts out something your old standard TV can understand. Doesn't matter whether it's a tube or a fancy LCD. The important thing here is the DTA is actually a cable box, so it can receive those encrypted channels, and the cable companies are starting to encrypt everything, so you have to have a subscription to be able to use it. You can't just grab your DTA and head down to your neighbor's place. So let's head down to a different TV and show you the actual installation. Here's an example of a TV showing that great screen that says, sorry, this channel's gone. Contact the cable company to get one. And you can see that's happening because the cable is plugged directly into the back of the TV. There is no cable box on this TV. It's just a standard coax in there. These little DTAs come with a little adapter cable, basically a piece of coax to get it to your TV. So basically you just plug the cable into it and plug it into your TV via the piece of coax. And again, it is basically a cable box. It's just very small, about 8 inches square and about 1 inch high. You'll notice just a little power light and an infrared receiver on the front of it. On the back, there's a place for cable coming in from the wall. There's a place for cable going out to your TV, a little switch that tells it to use channel 3 or 4. And then, of course, the power connector. The other little one lets you put an infrared receiver on in case the box needs to be hidden behind something, like behind a plasma hanging on the wall. We'll get to that some other time. So installation is pretty simple. You locate the cable coming in from the wall and screw it into the cable end. And then here's the little adapter. You just insert that into the cable box itself. It comes with a very short piece. And then that is going to get screwed in a minute up to the TV. But first, let's plug the cable that's coming from the wall into the box. Really simple. This particular one, yours probably won't be like that, but this particular one is a slip-on cable, so you literally can just shove it on. That's very convenient, but turns out they don't have great connections. So my recommendation actually is if you have one of those, replace it with a real cable. They're not very expensive. Here's the power cord, just goes to a wall wart. Plug it into the side. Into the back of the cable unit, and then we're going to grab that cable that says out to TV and literally go screw it into the back of the TV. Not very difficult. So once you have it all hooked up, you pick up the remote that came with the TV, or the box remote. You put it on the channel that you set on the little box, so channel 3 in this case. You can see it up there, 3. So we're watching channel 3. And then to actually change the channel from now on, you pick up the Comcast remote and you can type in a channel or do channel up and down, all the normal stuff. Well, you'll notice this particular box is already working. It's because I activated it, but they don't really come that way. Flip the thing over and there's a couple of different labels, one that says don't open it or you'll die or whatever. But right here, there's a label. You'll notice one of them has a serial number. You need those last 4 digits, 3510 in this case. And you're actually going to call Comcast. There's an 800 number you call to activate the box, and they'll ask you what the last 4 of the serial number is, and that's what you punch in, 3510, and just a few seconds later it activates. Don't forget that you can always just plug a cable box into a box system, BOCS box system, and have it all over the house, and then you don't have to have those little boxes all over the place. That's what we do for you. If you want more information on the Comcast thing, just go to, we set up a special website, BoxGo, that's our website.com, ComcastGoesDigital.php, whole bunch more info, explains it in detail, pictures and all that sort of thing. Hope this was valuable. Good luck.